Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. And in today's video, we have some interesting battles featuring Shadow Hundo Hippodon. Hippodon is running Thunder Fang. Why Thunder Fang? I mean, Hippodon has all the things. It has Thunder Fang, Ice Fang, Fire Fang, Bite. So you choose your fast move based on whatever you see. Like I prefer Ice Fang because it's the most neutral one in the current meta. But both, to be honest, are viable. I know that Tactical Thomas likes Thunder Fang more because Gyarados is the most common Pokemon in the meta. But I don't think you can go wrong with this Pokemon. The Pokemon is literally a ground version of Snorlax because it has Body Slam, it has Rock Wither Ball, which is an earthed version of Snorlax, and Earth Power and EQ, and pretty much all the moves you need. It has all the moves, and it has the potential to be a good Pokemon in this league. But it's not slightly there in the meta, and we decided to test it, to give it a test. That's like actually a nice farm. Oh, I didn't actually notice. It's a Shadow Metagross. This thing's... By the way, what's the difference between Shadow Metagross and the non-Shadow is that in Shadow Metagross, you can KO Gyarados with 2 Meteor Mashes, where like 2 Meteor Mashes do not KO. It's battles from PatWilDel. He's in my Discord, and he mentioned that he was having fun using Hippodon. So I believe if he commented, I will be pinning in his comment. I like the bait here, not gonna lie, because if you throw Outrage, they will shield, but if you throw a Sand Tomb, they will also shield, and you can drop their defense, which means you can farm them faster. So here, he's gonna let it go, and I like the way he's playing. He's basically giving a shield advantage to Shadow Metagross. This is one of the matches where Shadow Metagross is actually bad. It's versus the Fighters. Why? Because Bullet Punch is just a bad move. It's like literally Poison Jab before the buff, or like Wing Attack last season before they buff it. So it's not the greatest fast move. He realized that he can't outpace the Machamp, so he has to let it go, and now he's gonna shield his Hippodon here. So let's see, is he gonna be able to finish it before? And he's running EQ. This EQ should finish the Metagross easily. Okay, not there. What? It didn't even KO. And Hippodon taking the win and proving that the Shadow is there. His Shadow is like the superior version. I don't have the Shadow Hundo. Okay, Dragonite with Dragon Tail Garchomp versus Excadrill. You don't beat Excadrill, but you can get a shield from Excadrill. That's the thing. So here you throw Sand Tomb, Excadrill can safely shield that. I think you still win the one because you get to 2 Sand Tombs before they get to 3 moves. And he's throwing on CMP. Garchomp has literally 1 attack higher than Excadrill. So if Excadrill is best buddied, I think it's like still less. So you can safely run an unbest buddy Garchomp and you would still win CMP because there is no point of giving the best buddy ribbon to Garchomp. That was actually a nice call because he lived enough to throw the EQ, and no, this is Earth Power. Am I correct? Because EQ doesn't debuff. Maybe he changed it. So there was like no one team through the entire battle, so that's why I mentioned I have 5 Pokemons on the here like below, because he pretty much ran all of these Pokemons. The main Pokemon was Shadow Hippodon. Chestnut is just a core breaker. The problem with Chestnut is that it lacks the CP. Like, look at this matchup. Garchomp is just like, doesn't care about shielding. And they pretty much had to go down a shield to win that. Well, Garchomp can just give a shield advantage to the Shadow Metagross, which is just gonna Meteor Mash everything. Since he landed the move, there was no point of taking super effective licks, and I like this play. This is actually a good play. What he did is basically he landed the nuke, and then he put them in farm down range for the Hippodon. So Hippodon is going to be able to either nuke or get a shield advantage. And yeah, we see Earth Power. Earth Power is the recommended move because with the Shadow, you can kill with the Thunder Thing damage. He didn't kill there because he was like 0 HP. This is a safe shield because it almost KOs, and now he's trying to farm them all the way down. I mean, he could just like, not farm it, like throw a move and kill it, but no, he decided to go for the full farm down. Very well played. Garchomp, Dragon Tail. This is a very tricky lead. This is probably the thing that beats the entire team. Yes, Hippodon is ground, but it doesn't resist bullet punches. And Metagross is, if you don't have a hard answer to Metagross, that thing can sweep, okay? That thing can literally sweep. It's like a steel Pokemon that has, for some reason, that's like attack weighted. Usually steel Pokemons are very defense weighted, except for Metagross and Excadrill. They are like very attack weighted. And Dialga. Yeah, so you just counted all the steel Pokemons in the game. No, usually steel Pokemons are very defensive. I like this. Again, why? He's like dropping their defense. Okay, let's see how he's... I think he's just gonna no shield here and go for the superpower. Sorry, for the earth power. And from there, he can decide, like, if they shield, he has to go, he has to leave. If they no shield, he can leave and farm them down. Yes, this is the actual good play. Because he can farm them down and no shield here, because this is most likely a body slam. Because he did 6 fast moves, right? And he lives an Aqua Tail. And he's throwing good timing. Look at this amazing gameplay. He's literally making 0 mistakes to make this double shadow team work. And the Thunder Fang, 2 Thunder Fangs KOs the Gyarados. And this game should be a GG. Very well played, Mr. PatWilDel. Garchomp with Dragon Tail is much better than Mudshot versus Snorlax. I think he farmed to the Earth Power. No, I recommend always throw like whenever you get to the Earth Power, but Snorlax just doesn't shield, because if you bait them, it's very bad of a matchup. Now look at this. He literally put them in 6 and 7 bullet punches range, which means they can't throw the superpower. He called the bait there because I don't know why the opponent baited, to be honest, because one superpower would do more. But I mean, it's not big of a deal, right? Look at this Meteor Mash getting a shield, and hopefully he gets to this one, and we're gonna see. This one does like 40% from non-shadow, and the opponent double shielded. He still have the Sand Tomb. This Sand Tomb doesn't KO, but it does decent damage. At this point, Garchomp feels safe, not gonna lie. Okay, how about safe? Yeah, so they had a flawed guess. I mean, I don't have a flawed guess. I always assume that I'm safe if I kill those 2 Pokemons. And that was a nice call. He can just... I mean, he lives this one. And can he get to the next one? He did. And he overfarmed by a bit. I mean, he technically... It wasn't like the intention wasn't to overfarm. It was just to get lower on health. So he doesn't give that much farm to Excadrill. So he can safely shield here, throw the Sand Tomb. If they have, it's going to be CMP, and he's going to win CMP like we saw here, and this should KO. And again, very well played to Mr. PatWilDel. Horrible lead. I mean, it's not bad. I wish I have a Shadow Gyarados. So one of the matchups that Shadow Gyarados picks over the non-Shadow is the Togekiss, where 2 Aqua Tails can KO the Togekiss, while from non-Shadow, Dragon Breath plus 2 Aqua Tails do not KO. So that's literally the only matchup that gets much better. Because the Metagross become like a bit worse. It's a triple Shadow team. Yes, Salty, you get it right. Now he can farm it all the way down. Flamethrower does lots of damage, by the way, to Shadow Metagross. And... look how much this does if they let it go. Yeah, people know it does lots of damage. I would no shield here because I'm assuming they will bait, and he called it correct. So this is a key point to triple Shadow teams. Look at this. Non-Shadow Metagross doesn't beat Snorlax in the 1. Shadow Metagross in the 1 beat Shadow Snorlax, while the non-Shadow can't. Opponent didn't know that it's actually Waterfall, and they swapped. Sorry, Thunder Fang. This is like a fun swap because they can't win, right? Like if he shield here, he can flip swap easily. But I mean, how many Shadow Hippodons do we see? I think the non-Shadow Hippodon has a much better matchup versus Gyarados than the non-Shadow. It is another matchup, but you know, like you don't have the best bulk. Like running Thunder Fang, you mean you're gonna get clapped by Garchomp? But I haven't seen that many Garchomps in this season, to be honest. They swap, we swap. Crimson. Yo, be respectful. Crimson's the 4th place Indiana regional winner, and he's a legend according to Inadequance. They swap to the Florges. He can no shield. And he can farm all the way down. The next move doesn't KO, so he can gauge from here. I think you can count 5 fast moves after this one and then throw. But he killed in 5, so he doesn't need to throw. I like that he threw this, so we can see how much actually this does. And the answer is a lot. Yeah, the answer is a lot indeed. He powered on into Machamp. This matchup is better with Ice Fang because you can win the 0, but I don't know about Thunder Fang. I'm assuming all things are like the same. And by the way, if you're watching this video, make sure to subscribe because I will be dropping a video about the top teams in the Great League, so you can be prepared for the Great League rotation. And yeah, you watch them and you will learn more about the meta, I bet. I like the no shield here. It doesn't give you any value because with this team, he needs energy lead on every potential Pokemon. He has a waterfall pre-marina. This is interesting. Why waterfall? Because it's literally, you still beat the dragons. And with waterfall, you can also beat the steel. Okay, yeah, so that's a steal. Do you beat it? No, you need Hydro Pump. You need Hydro Pump. And they shielded. That's good. Okay, that's good enough. Now the EQ or the EP will KO. No shield. I like it. Because they will get to 2 before us. So there is no point of shielding. And he gets there just because they threw. If they didn't throw, I think they KO within the next one. Opponent wasn't patient, but PatWilDel was there. And it was a simul KO instead of like losing a game. Well played. Next game. Waterfall Gyarados into a Dragon Breath Gyarados. They swapped into Togekiss. Shadow Metagross. You shield once and you farm all the way down. Or you have to throw. Like you have to do. You can't farm and no shield. Because the Flamethrower KOs at that health. The Shadow. It doesn't KO the non-Shadow at this point. A questionable timing there. But I'm assuming like, if we throw a better timing, I am sure we can get to another move, but he doesn't care, to be honest. So they have an Excadrill. All he needs, look at... Okay, it's Shadow Gyarados. Let's see how much this thing does. Okay. This doesn't KO from non-Shadow. Dude, opponent, can we just see, please? We are curious to see how much this one does. Well, he won. So the answer is it does enough damage. Shadow Gyarados doesn't KO there, non-Shadow. So the Shadow was a good bonus. Nice swap. You want to see that game? Okay, be patient in the swap, guys. Well played. That was a fast game. That was a fast game indeed. Okay, Shadow Gyarados versus Dragonite. This does a lot, but it's still a bad move. It's a neutral move. Garchomp can still take it. Opponent shouldn't be shielding there because he's just setting up for a loss. That's the thing about going Static Crunch, is that they will get to a Body Slam first, and if you do that, I would still go straight Aqua Tail at this point because you just get outpaced. So that was a slight mistake. They get to the move. Oh my, dude, it's Cold Bash. Now, I like that they banked the move because at that point there was no point of throwing the rock the rock thing. And now opponent swapped in a Garchomp, and pretty much the Wincon is farming down and hoping that they don't have Earth Power, which they don't, okay? They are one Dragon Tail away, and he loses CMP, so I like that he's throwing here. Kind of playing safe. Okay, we threw the move. So now his win con is literally swapping and sniping and hoping the opponent doesn't throw, but the opponent threw. And very close game, very close game. Moving to the next battle. This one is number 13, so we have 2 more. Again, this is the last reminder, if you're watching these battles, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. 80% of my viewers are non-subs, so please consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, but it helps the channel to grow. And if you have any questions about these teams, leave in the comment section below, and PatWilDel will answer it, or I will answer it if he doesn't. Waterfall Gary or Gyarados, call him whatever you want. But says Waterfall Primarina. I like this swap. He's gonna get lots of energy, and he literally KO'd them when they get to the move, so that was good. Here you want to throw the Moon Blast in case they no shield, because Psychic is double resisted. I think he's fishing for the debuff. Yeah, if we threw the Moon Blast, it would have KO'd right there, by the way. Opponent catching a rock move on Chandelure. Well, okay, they didn't catch, I guess. All he needs is just to throw before them, and he can win. He threw before them. This should KOs. And now they bring the Metagross, and they lose the game. So, still very well played. Moving into the... This is a scuffed matchup. Milotic is very bulky, but it doesn't do enough damage. Gyarados hits much harder. I like the shield here. It's gonna be a Surf, but he can farm down now, because this Surf doesn't KO, but he will be able to farm down. You should have threatened present time for non-subscribers like Crimson does. Numbers will skyrocket. Okay, guys, this is the last call to subscribe, or you will go to prison. Let's see how many subscribers we will get from this video. Thank you for the reminder, 45. Opponent swapped the Dragonite. He lives this. The Rock Throw... why do I keep saying Rock Throw? The Wither Ball Rock will put it in, like, kind of... arguably low health to be waterfalled after to get waterfalled down. Pretty much the win con is farming all the way. They throw him bad timing, so all he needs to do is just shield and win the game. So again, very well played. Nice patient, Mr. PatWilDel. God of War. Wow. What did they do? So I like throwing here and then swapping to Gyarados, which what he did. And now you just throw the Aqua Tail so you can stay healthy for the God of War in the back. And they pretty much shielded. That's why you throw, because they have lots of energy and they need to respect that. They threw the Skull Bash. I think that the ideal play is just farming down here, so you can threaten the God of War with your energy, because now, do you even get to a move? Yo! Jinta Fab! Thank you so much for gifting the sub to Christian. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that. 3. They will get to the move right here. Less in jail time. Yes. Okay. PatWilDel, thank you so much for sending me these amazing battles. Honestly, very well played. Like the timing was ideal, was perfect in most of the games. Pretty much shielding, no shielding. You were like 99% correct on the decision making. So appreciate sending me these amazing battles. And yeah, if you like the video, make sure to leave a like, maybe to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next video after this music end. Jen the Fab, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Matt Magic. Yo, Matt Magic, you no longer watch ads?
Fab gifted Math Magic 10 a subscription. Fab gifted a tier 1 sub to Math Magic 10. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
Peace out, everyone.